Now, Director General of the Ghana Education Service, Professor Kwesi Opoku-Amankwah, says the Ghana Education Service has no reason to resist the use of some senior high schools as COVID-19 isolation centers once all safety precautions have been satisfied. At the launch of a national disinfection and fumigation exercise of all the private and public senior high schools in the country, he stated it is aimed at getting rid of bedbugs, rodents, reptiles, and also the threat of COVID-19.
All of this work is getting ready to swing into action for the nationwide disinfection and fumigation exercise of various senior high schools in the country. Well, Professor Opoku-Amankwah, who is the Director General of the Ghana Education Service, says this has become necessary to rid of bedbugs and also insulate the schools against the threat of COVID-19.
This specific one, we are taking the opportunity to first do fumigation of the schools. The COVID-19 disinfection, as I indicated and the Minister equally indicated, is the second phase of what we'll be doing. Now, what happens is that the students are not in school yet. The fumigation, when you do, we are told that it takes a while before you can go into the schools. But with the one that they do for disinfection, within a day, you know, when the markets were done, they were done, the next day people were moving in. So our view is that we will rather prefer to do that much closer to reopening. So if everything goes down, then we say that next month we are reopening. You know that at least we have some 4 weeks to go. So what we will then plan is that we'll work with them, and then within that 4 weeks, we go and do that. As far as when to reopen the schools, it's for us. It's not in our hands now, and we just buy our time and then hope that these things will go within the shortest possible time. We need to also know that the COVID is not a national issue. It's a global issue. So even when we are ready, others might not be ready, and it may not be prudent for us to go ahead. But we are just hoping that within the shortest possible time, we'll get over this.
He says GS has given its blessings for its facilities to be used as isolation centers, but he maintains that the proper channel needs to be followed.
But this is a national issue. It is a national issue. The facility is a national facility. What we have said is that if it is going to be used, all the necessary precautions have to be taken. So, I mean, we have not asked that period, what they call it, where teachers live is where these things could be done. There are classrooms out there which are not closer to teachers. There are dormitories which are not closer to teachers. Within the same compound, as we've been told, the virus travels within a very short period. And then again, when you are going to quarantine them, I'm not sure whilst on holidays now, teachers go around looking at the classrooms. They don't. You know, they are not supposed to do that. So I'm not sure the people who want to use there because they want a challenge for people. Nobody will do that. All the precautions will be taken, and they will be assured. There's a whole team that works on it, psychologists, everything, and then they will be assured that the right things are done. Once it is done, I think that should be okay.
Education Minister Macho Boku-Prempeh has also been speaking.
We do know that bedbugs is not the only problem in our schools. We have bedbugs eating up students while they sleep and study. We have rodents and reptiles threatening students as they move about on campus. And we have COVID-19 lurking and waiting to pounce if we lose our guard. Interestingly, these three situations, or these three pests, or dangers, whether to do with reptiles, which I'm scared of, COVID-19, which frightens me, we need different chemicals to deal with them. It is not one chemical for all of the three I've said. But before the students go to school, we should understand that some of our schools are being used as hold-up bays for some people who are recovering or with coronavirus or some people as temporary shelter. And before students get back into school, we have to ensure that we spray all those institutions against possible coronavirus. That would come. What we are here today is to launch our bed-bug infestations fumigation program. This, like we've been told, will cover both public and private institutions in the second cycle space, and it will cover both day and boarding institutions in the second cycle space.
I am Emma Chamwachi. I work with Zoomlion Ghana Limited as the Communications and Corporate Affairs Director. This exercise is assigned to us by Ghana Education Service, and we are mandated to spray all the senior high schools, the technical schools, as well as the GES special schools, all within 3 weeks. So we came here this morning to launch the exercise, and there's a company called Vetopest Ghana Limited. That company is a subsidiary of the Just One group of companies, and Vetopest Ghana Limited is in charge or the lead of this project. And Vetopest is partnering companies like Desert Lion, Modapest, J.A. Baini, Aslot Ghana to do this project throughout the nation. We have a gang of about 5,000, as you can see them pass in my rear, 5,000 throughout all the districts in Ghana. So when we say Jack, for example, having come here, we do this school once, and then we are on the go to another school. So I believe that within the 3 weeks, we are sure to be done with the exercise.